I remember I was on YouTube when a notification appeared on my screen saying Fernanfloo is live streaming right now. I was very happy because Fernan is my favorite YouTuber and I enjoyed spending time watching his videos. They made me laugh, but this time it wasn't like any other before. When I clicked the notification, it sent me to his live stream. Everything went normally. Fernan didn't make those live streams very often, so every time he did, I always tried not to miss any. He was talking about Minecraft, and he mentioned that he would start uploading that game to his channel. This made me very happy because it's my favorite game. Just as he was preparing to play Happy Wheels, I heard that his dog Curly started barking. It didn't seem strange, and I noticed that Fernan didn't take much importance. He only said, "Curly, stop that ruckus!" He finished some levels of the game that were quite difficult, something that made him very happy. So he continued the stream until midnight. Gradually, what it began as a simple Happy Wheels live stream was becoming frightening. Fernan started telling us that a subscriber had sent emails telling him that he wanted to meet him in person. This caused a mock by Fernan. He said that he was never meeting him because he was a famous YouTuber and he would never waste his time with a single and simple subscriber. When I heard that, I was very angry with him, but as it was my favorite YouTuber, I let it pass and kept watching his live stream. He also said he had received another email to his personal account, saying he was going to die. He blocked the sender immediately, thinking it had been just a bad joke and something like that wasn't going to happen. Suddenly, a sharp scream was heard. This was something that I found very strange. Fernanfloo stopped talking for a moment, and then he turned his eyes back without moving his head. "Yeah, sure. My brother wants to scare me, but I will not fall. I am cool Fernan, and someone as cool as me never gets startled by a simple scream," he said. Everything went on as if nothing had happened. After a while, he heard a knock on the door of the room he was. He kept silence for a few seconds. He lowered the volume of the game and told us to wait a moment, and then he got up from his chair, pulling off his headphones. I could see every inch of his room because his camera was on the corner, which allowed a full display of it. When he opened the door, there was no one. This made him laugh in a mischievous way for a few seconds, and he thought his brother wanted to scare him again. However, when he tried to close the door, someone pushed the door with great force, causing Fernan to fall to the floor. Then a hooded man entered the room and pulled a gun from his pocket, firing toward where Fernan had fallen. However, I couldn't see him clearly because the chair was covering him. With every shot he took, the wall got more spattered with blood. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was witnessing an assault in the house of Fernanfloo, and probably he was already dead. Another man entered the room and asked his companion, "What the hell did you do?" To which he responded, "Sorry, I did not mean to kill him. I was nervous and did what I did. He was just a boy. This was not the plan. You're a jerk." "You better shut up and take those things that are on the shelf. We must hurry before the cops arrive." The two men began to get the things that were in Fernan's room. They put them in a backpack. Meanwhile, the The chat was commenting the situation. Some said it was just a joke to see our reaction and troll us. The guys who were on the screen didn't say anything. They were busy taking what they saw. Curly entered the room and barked untiringly. The men tried to silence him, but they failed. The same man who shot Fernand approached to Curly and began kicking him in the stomach. He did again and again. Curly was cornered and he started to cry. He cried non-stop while blood was coming out from his snout. The thief seemed to enjoy the suffering of this poor puppy. Eventually, Curly stopped running away and he just lied there. He was dead. One of them went to the computer and started looking at the camera, saying to his partner, "Look what's here!" "That camera is not worth much," replied his friend. "Not the camera, idiot. I think it's recording. Unplug it, quick!" I could see like the camera got dropped down, as well as the transmission. The strangest thing of all was that even though they had disconnected the camera, the audio was still on. Their voices were heard, and they said, "We were so lucky that weird guy gave us this direction." At that time, I didn't know what to think. A few minutes later, the entire internet were talking about what had happened. Some were very scared and called the police to check Fernanfloo's house. Others thought it was just a social experiment, so only laughed and made memes. I preferred to wait and see what happened. Later, when I was watching TV, the news were, famous YouTuber was found dead in his room. Hours after, the police have caught the murderers. They confessed that an internet user had provided the direction of the YouTuber, ensuring that they would find valuable objects. It's not known the whereabouts of this anonymous user who released the data, but it's rumored that they were a fan. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and comment what would you like the next creepypasta to be about. Remember that the only reason for this video is to entertain.